Hey YouTube, I'm going to start off reading something out of the Bible, actually 2 verses, so just listen. Matthew 5, verses 11 through 12. Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. And then in John 15:20 through 23, I don't know, I'll read whatever. Remember the words I spoke to you. No servant is greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they obeyed my teaching, they will obey yours also. They will treat you this way because of my name, for they do not know the one who sent me. If I had not come and spoken to them, they would not be guilty of sin. Now, however, they have no excuse for their sin. He who hates me hates my Father as well. So, those 2 verses are for encouragement and for a warning, to let you know if you go out in public and you say you're a Christian, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get persecution. As Jesus said, no servant is greater than his master. You know, God is our master. God is in control. We're not greater than him. Look what they did to him. They crucified him, humiliated him, hit him, crowned thorns on him, public humiliation, everything like that. So if they did that to him, if they killed him, what more are they going to do to us? You know, if we go out and we proclaim this word, I mean, we surely, you know, as humans, we do get scared when we go out and, you know, maybe preach the gospel or live our lives a certain way or say we're not going to celebrate this, we're not going to celebrate that, and people ask why, and they give you weird stares and they look at you. People are just not going to understand you when you're a Christian, and they're not. I mean, sometimes even in the world there are Christians, but they're more lukewarm Christians, and you go out and you're full of the passion of Christ, and you go out and say these things, and even those Christians, the lukewarm Christians, aren't going to get it. They're not going to get why, you know, I don't celebrate Halloween, or we don't plan on telling our kids about Santa Claus, or, you know, I mean, just little stuff like that. They're not going to understand why I'm so passionate about God, that it's what I talk about a lot, and it's my answer He's my answer for everything. And I'm going to get weird looks, and people go, God, you're too much into it, Sabrina. You know, I've had people look at me like that. You know, even my own parents, my own sisters, just look at me in the face and say, you're just too much. You need to tone it down a little. And it's just like, tone down talking about Christ. I mean, the one who made me, if it wasn't, you know, for him wanting, he didn't have to make me, you know, and it's just unreal to me how you can't see that. And it's just, people are blind. Some people's hearts are hardened. There's lukewarm Christianity. People think that all you have to do is go to church and that's it, you know, and pray a little bit here and read the Bible a little bit here. That's not what God is about. God is just so much more, and you can't really understand it unless you know him. You know, it's just like, I could say, hey, this is my mom, you know, and they could spend like a couple hours with her and go, oh, she's a real nice lady and everything, but they don't have a relationship with her, so they don't really know her. They know facts about her maybe and stuff like that, but they don't really know her. And it's like you just can't understand who they truly are until you spend a lot of time with that person and get to know them. I mean, you don't know anybody until you do that, you know, and truly ask questions about their heart and their minds and their souls, you know. So, and God will reveal what's in his heart and what's in his mind for you when you have a relationship with him. And those things can't be revealed if you don't have a relationship. You might feel stuck and lost right now, and you might think that you have a relationship with God, or you might be, you know, trying to have a relationship with God, but you have to, you know, talk to him as a friend. He's your best friend, and Jesus will guide the way when we're persecuted. There's no reason to fear him. If you deny him in front of men, he's going to deny you in front of his Father. Jesus will. I mean, these things are true. These things are written down in the Bible, and they're coming, and they've came for me. The persecution has come for me. You know, the endless times where I saw and I try to fight back. You know, I used to fight back and say, well, you know, and try to get really defensive about it, but I should just rejoice in it And, maybe tell them, once or twice that this is my passion, that there's no way that I'm not going to shut up, So many people just want to tell you to shut up. They think you're goody two-shoes now because you're a Christian, and that has nothing to do with it. Becoming a Christian doesn't solve all your problems, and it doesn't, make you better than everybody else. That's not what it makes you, but it makes you a servant of God, and when we are a servant of God, we're going to be persecuted no matter what. We're going to get things said about us. We're going to have people do things to us. One of these days it's going to come to no talking about God in public. Bibles are taken out of public schools. They can't say God's name in the Pledge of Allegiance anymore in public schools. It's really being taken out. God is being shunned, and when we shun God, only the worst things can come, because when we shun Him, evil overcomes, and it seems like that's what a lot of people want anymore. It's just evil. They love it. They embellish in it, all this stuff, all the worldly stuff. They don't know that it ends in destruction. They don't know, and sometimes it's ignorance, but sometimes they do know, and they just keep doing it anyways. But you're going to be persecuted. It comes with the territory, and I don't like it either, but I don't think God really liked to see people do that to His own Son either, but it's just how it goes. When you tell people truth, they're going to fight back, always, always. They're going to get defensive. They're going to hate you. They're going to call you names. They're going to label you all these things. But you just have to stand firm and just rejoice in it and know that God is on your side.